Well, spring is in the air and gardeners across the Gem State are dusting off their shovels and digging into the dirt. But for beginners, it can be definitely overwhelming. And this week's My Idaho, our Karen LEHR introduces us to a group of gardeners volunteering their time to educate aspiring botanists across the Boise area.
Well, even for Idahoans who have been gardening for years, there's always something new to learn. And whether it's help identifying a plant or a pest, a local master gardener is just a phone call away.
It's just starting now because it's starting to warm up, and so people are out working in their yards and their gardens. That's when you get the calls.
Jan VEATCH has been solving plant-related problems in the Treasure Valley for more than 3 decades.
I think it was 86 when I started.
Jan is an advanced master gardener, part of a nationwide program run locally by the U of I Extension in Ada County.
We're trying to just get everybody growing and enjoying plants out there.
Whether it's questions about trellises, trees, houseplants, or hedges, master gardeners undergo hours of in-class and hands-on training to help.
We teach them everything from flowers to frogs and teach them about funguses and fertilizers. You name it, we're going into that subject.
It was like being a sponge, you know, you just have to try to absorb all this stuff.
The advanced master gardeners like Jan tend to take on a specialty, teaching others in the program topics like proper pruning, prepping soil, or perennial planting.
I tend to teach classes on like tool sharpening, one of those unheard of.
That's important.
Lectures, yeah, oh yeah. People, when they go and they buy a shovel, they don't understand that it's not sharpened, and they're wondering why it's wearing them out digging a hole.
Plus, with transplants moving to the Treasure Valley from all over the U.S., master gardeners are fielding countless questions from new Idahoans still acclimating to the climate.
They buy a house and they don't know what the plants are.
So we're getting a lot of people moving into the area who haven't lived in a high desert before. And learning how to water their plants correctly is a real biggie.
They need to learn the best way to grow plants in this area.
Community involvement is also huge for the volunteer program, maintaining community gardens, pruning park landscapes, and teaching kids classes.
We work with a lot of the hospitals, the libraries. We help with their landscapes.
And although it's a passion for plants that brings these gardeners together, it's their love of people, keeping them involved year after year.
It's just a really positive, it is like a family.
There's wonderful people out there in gardening, and they share plants, they share produce, they share their ideas, they share recipes. And so they're really wonderful people to work with.
Karen LEHR, Idaho News 6.